Hey, Heart Nation. Welcome to another podcast episode where we are talking about the Detroit Filmmaker Awards. It is coming up this coming Sunday, April 27th. Yes, in the Detroit, Michigan. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, there is still just a little bit of time left to do that. And today we have another great lineup for you all. I am so excited. We have some more heavy hitters. This whole entire month, we have been showcasing all of the great talent out of Detroit and the nominees for the Detroit Filmmaker Awards, also known as the DFA. So, without further ado, I just want to also say if you have not hit that subscribe button, please do for Carla's channel, Heart to Heart Inspiration, on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can also find these podcast episodes on Spotify. So you can listen to them on your way to work, doing your dishes, your homework, whatever it is you got to do. All right. So checking in on Heart to Heart Nation on the line, we have calling from the south side of Chicago, Queen Sugar is watching. And we have other people in the chat watching. So if you're there and you want to put where you're calling from, please do. Or if you have any questions for our guests, don't hesitate to ask. All right, coming up to the stage right now, we have two awesome ladies who are doing their thing on the Detroit circuit. We have Miss Shantae Delon and Miss Velda Hunter.
Hello.
Hello.
That was quick.
Right.
Hello,
Yeah.
how are you all?
I am
Awesome
doing
in
wonderful.
yourself.
Yes,
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
I am so honored. Are you all excited about the DFA?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes. Grateful to be recognized, nominated. That's already a win. And I am so excited for Velda Hunter. Amazing.
Listen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Velda, you know, you are looking like the first lady right now. I mean, you are looking
Come
good,
on, first
hunty.
lady. Come on.
Come through. I
I-
said she's making me look like I just stepped out of bed.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Ah,
it. I know Shantae is playing games with her beautiful self. Come on, long locks. Long locks.
I
This
love
is
it.
why I told you I wanted us to come together. This is exactly why I love me some Velda.
And I
I
love me
love
some
it.
Shantae. She be setting me up, boy. She be setting me up. That's my baby, though.
Well, you know what? That's a perfect segue into what we're talking about today because Shantae did her thing as the director and
As
producer of
always.
this
As
of
always.
this film. Yes,
Oh,
As always.
Shantae.
thank you. Thank you.
She is a beast at her craft. I promise you.
Thank you, Velda. I'm so grateful. I truly am. This project, it first was written as a stage production years ago, a good 10 years ago.
Mhm.
And the amazing Pamela Henry, who plays Miss Carla in the film, she always told me this would be a feature film. And
Wow.
I'm so grateful for the amazing supporters that came on board with the donations, come through crowdfunding. Um, the amazing investors. I could not at all have done this alone. So I'm so grateful for the investors and for all the people who donated to make this possible. But
Nice.
thank you. This was some hard work, Lord Jesus.
And you did that.
It was.
Wow. So somebody spoke life into this a long time ago. How many years ago you said?
It I'm saying 10 years, but I know it was more.
Wow.
It's
Um,
much more than 10 years. I know for a fact it was more than 10.
it was because it was the very first production that I did, 2010.
Wow. Wow.
2010
There
is
it is.
when like every night when the curtain closed, like when we did the very last video, Pam
Mhm.
would turn to me and say, "You know there's gonna be a movie, right?" And this is way before the big film industry boomed in Detroit and everything. Was mainly Detroit was known to do some dope stage plays.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so it was a dream, but it's amazing that God's timing is so better than our timing. And
Perfect.
I am
Right.
so grateful for this cast, for this crew. They brought their A game, and as you can see, being nominated for Best Supporting Actress. When I tell you, Velda, like it's some dope, and I'm gonna be very clear. There are some amazing performers that's not nominated, but it's
Right.
amazing performers within this film that is like amazingly dope, including Pam. Velda,
Yes.
the way she plays Florette Summers, I'm telling y'all, she plays a madam. And look, Velda is amazing in her own right. But when I was writing this, I genuinely heard Velda's voice.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, this is Velda. And then she took it up a notch and did her own. I'm telling y'all.
It is off the chain. It is.
Thank you. The crazy thing is when Shantae, she wrote it, she told me she wrote it, hearing me the whole 9 yards. But when I was rehearsing the part, I kept saying, oh my God, how am I supposed to be? And that's the thing that kept going back. She said that she wants my voice. She wrote it for who I am, so forth and so on. So when I finally got it, I was like, girl, just be you. Just talk. Just be you.
talk.
And that and that helped a lot because when you're trying to do these. Now let me say this. One thing I love about Shantae is Shantae, I tease people. I do. I go back and forth. And I say that Shantae is truly a Missy to Detroit. And what I mean by Missy, if you go back to roots, Missy was Kizzy's friend. Kizzy would go off and learn things, right? And Missy would, and come back and teach Kizzy everything. Well, Shantae is Detroit's Missy, right? She went off to California. She learned this, that, and the other, and she comes back and she blesses us. So she gave us a class on how to become. And I had an opportunity to use all of those lessons with Florette. So to your credit, Shantae, while you put it on me, I am so grateful that I had an opportunity to take that class because it took me to a whole nother level of embodying the character, right? How to embody who's the character, how to make that character be, what do I need to do, what animal do I need to be to bring out Florette. And it was just an awesome experience to be able to take her classes and her lessons and the things, the tools and strategies and use it for the first time right after her class, right? In this set, and it was absolutely amazing, and I absolutely loved every moment of it. I did.
That is awesome feedback. Shantae, testament to you.
Why did you do that? I thought I was prepared. Okay. Amen.
Got those tears. Got your teeth. That is so awesome. As a director, writer, producer, all the hats that you wear, Velda is basically saying you put Detroit on the map with some of this stuff that you came back, these lessons, and that they were able to get and able to bear fruit from it. You did that according to Velda, and that she's giving your flowers while you can see them. So Velda, hats off to you, for acknowledging her for that. And I love the chemistry that you all have. How long have you been in the Detroit film circuit? And I know you said at least 10 years, Shantae, that you had your play. But since then, how long have you been a part of the DFA and different things that are going on?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Well, let me say this. I met Shantae before I got into serious acting. Okay. And the organization that I currently work for, Black Family Development, had a youth program, and Shantae would come and help a young lady named by the name of Keisha Allen put on her plays and productions. And that was the first time I actually met Shantae. And she was like, it was interesting because it was a lot of new babies on stage, and Shantae had to do a lot of extra things to bring that thing together.
Child.
From dancing to singing.
That taught me a lot. That was the first time I ever had a mic in my ear.
Yeah.
keep listening because some of the amazing, beautiful youth, they got stage fright live on stage. So I had to improvise while hearing amazing Keisha Allen, and people in my ear telling me like, "Go stage left, get this person," and and I'm also acting on stage. That was something else. Like
She did it. She did. That had to be.
Jesus, Father
Oh
God.
my God, that has to be like 2006 or something like it. Go way back because I started professionally doing it in 2008. So it had to be like 2005, somewhere up there. So it's been a long time. Yeah, so I have been blessed to be in this baby's presence for such a long time.
And she's missing the part where we met each other that day. But the first time I saw Velda on stage, I snuck backstage to meet her. Like I did this with her and Pam. I was a stalker when it came to really great actors. I love great acting. And that's one of the reasons why I am like so excited about the not only Velda but Marcus Woods and Cordelia being nominated for Depart From It, because one thing I don't care about your, like if you have a big name, I don't care about any of that. Can you act? Can you deliver some amazing real human beings on whether it's on stage or on film? And I saw her on stage. I was went to a play. I saw her on stage and I was like, who is that? She's great. And I want to just tell her she's great. Because at that time, I don't think I was really doing like putting on my own stuff at the time. But I just was like, I want to tell her that she's great. And I snuck backstage and was like, hey, you know, and
awesome.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be working with her.
I am so.
That's so awesome.
I love it. I love it.
You all are awesome and you're full of energy. And yes, we had Marcus Woods on 2 weeks ago, I believe. And we had an awesome time with him. And I've just been seeing his name blowing up too. So without further ado, we're going to get into this trailer. Now, Shantae, what is the message that you're trying to, that you hope the audience gets from this trailer?
The message that I hope you get from the trailer is one, well, I'll go by words: faith, forgiveness, and love.
All right. Faith, forgiveness, and love. And Velda, what is the message you want people to get from your character from this trailer?
From my character. Woo, that's a loaded question. So if I'm coming from Flosette, the message would be get your money by any means necessary.
Yes.
Say it again, one more time.
Get your money by any means
necessary.
Get your
money.
On that note, let me say, Depart From It is totally is a faith-based film, and it's a faith-based drama.
Okay.
With the twist, because you know it depends on the eye of the beholder. But one thing I don't let people do is define my work, whether it's faith-based or not, because if you ain't create the term, who is you to take it away? But Depart From It is about a young woman who grew up in the church, but after a traumatic event, she left the church, and she also left God. And I intentionally make sure to separate those two, because sometimes people think if you left the church, then you left God. And sometimes people think if you left God, then you left the church. And that's two totally different things. There are people that are sitting in church that don't have a spiritual relationship with God. And there are people who have left the church and have a spiritual relationship with God. So I always try to make sure to reiterate that. But she left, and when something,
that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Go ahead.
You gave us some good nuggets because you're on point with all of that. Here we go.
We're praying for your strength. We love.
Has anyone talked to her?
After patient a year ago, she went MIA.
girl wanted to be found.
She's dead.
Don't come in here pretending like everything is all right.
No. Well, you wanting some closure.
How you doing, Alexis?
I'm so tired of people asking me that.
Alexis has gotten herself involved in some serious mess.
Remember, we got to meet with the Carvios at 10:30.
Who? Carvio has been released. Don't go trying to get revenge. Let God.
I'm gonna rip your heart out.
What do you need?
All of it. You gotta forgive. That hate that you're holding on to is gonna consume you. The Alexis you know.
Mom's Alexis.
Awesome. Awesome. And you got the verse there. I love that. I love that, Shantae. You did a great job with that. And I'm just excited for you all. Now,
Thank you
what
so
do you all have coming up next? I know we have gone a long time overboard, but we got to let the people know. What do you all have coming next? They want to know.
Me?
Velda. Come on, First Lady.
Oh. Come on through. The next thing that I have, and I'm so excited about it. So everybody knows that once the pandemic kicked in, it kicked out stage plays, and so everybody went so hard with movies. I'm so excited that stage plays are coming back.
Yeah.
So on June 21st, the 21st of June, I will be doing for a second go around a play called Call Me Daddy by the amazing writer Nyambi. And I will be in there in the same play along with Marcus Woods. So the play is gonna be bomb diggity. It has a lot of heavy hitters in it as well. So that's what I have up next is a stage play, and it will be held at the Northwest Activity Center June 21.
All right. Thank you,
So that's it for now.
All right, Shantae. Come on.
I not only I'm about to start promoting this as much as possible when it hits Tubi soon. I also did another film called The List. That one is a thriller. And it was my first real thriller that I wrote, and I'm very proud of it. And some dope, amazing actors and some dope crew a part of it. So get ready for that one as well. And thank y'all. Thank you so much for the support. I truly am grateful. Thank you.
We are grateful for you all and the waves that you're making in the Detroit film industry. I can't wait to see you all on the stage there. And just to read some comments before you go, just give you a little encouragement from the people. We have Laverne saying, hey. Ryan says, hey, Heart Nation. Angela Hamilton, she says hello.
That's one of our dope investors. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you, Angela.
Way to show up, Angela.
Yeah.
And then Ryan, you all touched Ryan. Ryan got about 10 messages on here. She said, amen. God is always on time. I'm so glad it all worked out. She said, let's go, Velda. Get that money. And she said, very true. Talk about it. I think that was about the church folk. Okay. And then we have Rich. He's saying, hey, ladies.
Hello,
all right.
Rich.
And then you got Marcus Woods. Hey, Marcus. He said, hey, what up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though, fam? And then Jerry saying, good evening, ladies. So you all have made a splash tonight with your energy and all that you're doing and the preaching. Look, you got on here and did a little sermon, Shantae.
No.
So we thank you so much. And just going to close us out with, you talked about just being prayerful and following your dreams. What is one quote that you all would like to leave us with today?
Wow. It's so crazy. I have so many, and then none comes to my head. I would say something I always say within my classes: let's grow together. Sometimes people think that they haven't really hit their mark, or that they're left behind, but we're all growing together. And that is something that can help you continue to move forward, to know that no matter what level someone is on, we're all are still growing.
Yeah.
I love
And
it.
Jesus loves you.
Yes.
I
Love
love
it.
thumbs up.
And Miss Velda, what you got for us?
This is a very old cliche, but I love it. And it's as simple as saying, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you will still be amongst the stars. So continue to shoot, 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 shoot. But even if you missed, you are still among greatness because you tried, and you will have the opportunity to meet amazing people. You will be able to still work on amazing projects. You will still be able to learn and grow, just like Lady Shantae. That's prophetic. And she know what I mean by that. I'm just saying, she know what I mean by that. You will still be amongst the stars, meaning you will be amongst other great people, just as you are great. So it goes with that whole thing. Even you may receive a lot of no's, but that yes is still there. It's still coming, right?
Amen.
So keep shooting for that moon. You still gonna make it.
All
Amen.
right. I love that. Well,
Amen.
thank you all, beautiful ladies. And I can't wait to see what's next for you all. And if y'all have not seen it yet, where can they catch Depart From It?
It is not on Tubi yet, and I'll let y'all but follow our Instagram page. Depart From It on Instagram. That when I say as soon as it come out, you gonna always see our faces, because I'm promoting it like crazy. So thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. You all stay blessed, and we'll talk with you soon. Thank you. All right. Hey, Heart Nation. That was amazing. And now coming to the stage, we have Mr. Ken Gregory.
Hello,
Hey,
Carla.
Ken. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing excellent. Did you enjoy them? Did you enjoy Velda and Shantae?
Oh yeah, I did. I love
Yeah.
their spirit as well as their energy.
Yes, yes. And so here you are, Mr. Ken. You are nominated as well for, you have, Ken, when I tell you,
I got
I
two
couldn't even
films. I know.
write everything down.
It's a lot. And trust me when I tell you, I don't take it lightly. I am grateful for both of them. So I'm nominated for my film Huey, which is about the final days of Dr. Huey P. Newton, the co-founder of the Black Panther Party, and also nominated for Write This, which is a comedy, which is really a sequel to the comedy I did in 2023 or 2022, which is about a washed up agent who wants to become a writer and has to convince his A-list client to work with him and come along the ride so that he can actually try to convince her to be a part of these projects that he wants to produce, to disastrous effect. So it was hilarious.
It was hilarious. I enjoyed the trailer so much. I'm like, oh my goodness. Yes. And
that was written by what I call my TV film wife, Holly Logan. So Holly's a stand-up comedian. And we worked together before, and we've just been working together since. Our chemistry is just amazing. And so she actually wrote that. So she's up for an award for the writing. So yeah, Huey's up for, I think Huey's up for 16 awards, and Write This is up for 17, something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. You did great. And I love seeing you in them and your versatility in the different acting. So we're going to take a look right now at Huey. This is so powerful. The part of the Black Panther movement. And I thank you for writing it. So here we go.
Just be yourself. Do like you always do. Choose your words carefully.
Dr. Newton, it's a pleasure
to meet you. I'm a big fan of your work and your civic.
Jeff, this is Frank. Once Stephen told us that you were willing to do an interview, we have been extremely excited ever since.
You co-founded the Black Panther Party in the late 1960s, and with it came the Black Power movement. 20 plus years later, do you think the Black community is now better or worse at reaching its goals of progress towards equality?
Malcolm X said it best. He said, "I'll never say that progress is being made if you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull out 6. That's not progress."
We got this copy from an assistant working at Patel's editing office.
Newton has to be stopped. You know, you have an obsession with him.
It's not an obsession. What do you call it then? Assurance. Of what? That the guy likes to take a puff here and there? Let me something. The only we have is that guy's a crack addict.
He's more than that.
Need that shit quick though. Because where it is, everybody's moving on this one. Hike and rank for the first one who tags him.
I bet.
So what needs to happen?
Blacks need to continue fighting the government's injustice and violence against them.
Newton cannot be allowed to gain any resurgence in popularity of any kind that could potentially put it in the limelight.
Party isn't today and 20 years into the future. But I've had my time leading it. It's time for the next generation to make their way.
Yes. All right, Ken. You're getting a lot of kudos in the chat here. So, what made you write this, and how did you come about being nominated? How did all this happen?
Oh, wow. Well, I wrote it actually because I was surprised. I had actually, like everybody else, I had seen Judas and the Black Messiah and was moved to it. And all I kept thinking is, where's Huey? Huey was the face of the movement. Where is he? And so I was really surprised. And then when I started doing my research to find out all of the projects that may have been out there, because I really thought there was quite a few. There was none except for one, and it was a stage play that Mr. Spike Lee turned into a film. And I was really shocked. So I just wanted to focus in on just that, his final days, because that to me was that defining moment where you saw this great man fall from grace, and then our community seemingly were torn apart. Because even when you go back during that time, we were torn apart, whether people either loved him or hate him. There was no middle when it came to Dr. Newton. And so that's how the story came about. And I spent, a year writing. How it got to Detroit Filmmakers is I actually met the founder, Darren Brown, at the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festivals in Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. And that's an Oscar qualifying film festival. And I was so excited to get nominated, to get in there, that when we screened it, there were so many people that kind of rushed me at the stage that at the end, Darren came up to me and was like, because I always say I'm from Detroit, and you can even see in the clip where I've got the 313 as the room number that he went to representing my city. And I connected with him that way, and then come to find out that he was running the Filmmakers Awards. And so I submitted the trailer. So that's actually, how I got that connection. And I'm upstate, I don't want to put his business out there, but one of the judges actually reached out to me and was saying how powerful it was, the film, and he saw it and everything. So we shot it here in LA. His widow, Frederica, had heard about it because I had reached out to her, and of course they didn't reach back. But once it started doing its film festival circulation, her representative reached out. She wanted to see it. I sent her a link. She saw it, and the rest is history.
That is awesome, Ken. Wow. That you even, touched so many people, and it got around that the widow even, you were able to speak with her. That is so awesome. And we got somebody on the line from California. Doris says she's tuning in from West Hills, California. All right now. All right.
Yeah, because we screened it in Oakland. We did screen it in his hometown in Oakland, so we did screen it there.
Wow, that is so awesome. That is so powerful. I love it. Also, we got Microwork Studio saying hello. All right.
And yesterday,
And
I'll share this good news. The film is going to be screening at the Diversity in Cannes, France. Yolanda Brinkley runs that. She's been running it for about 19 years. So we're real excited. We can't make it out there, so it has to screen virtually. That's part of the setup there. But so it's still making its final destination in Cannes.
That is awesome. You've got so many awards that you're being nominated for and for this work and your next film that we're going to see in just a minute. But how does it feel to what did you do when you got the news? What did you do?
I was excited because you know, as a filmmaker, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate to you know, like Erykah Badu, I'm an artist, so I'm sensitive about my but you know how good it is, but you never know because, like I said, for many of us that are submitting to these film festivals, we get more no's than we get yeses. Just to give you an example, Huey got submitted to 87 film festivals, less than 20 accepted. And so when I got the note that my hometown was not only honoring it by not letting it be a nominee, that felt amazing. I mean, that really did. I didn't expect it to fall into so many categories. But I'm extremely grateful.
Awesome. Hats off to you. So now we switch gears a little bit and we talk about your comedy. This is called Write This. So what is it that you want us to, you told us about it actually a little bit earlier, and you gave some kudos to your film wife about it. And so how is that? How is this chemistry working out for you all? What kind of impact are you all making with your movies?
Our comedies are actually doing better than our dramas. And Holly's been with me on this journey for quite a while. I think we're in year 3 or 4 right about now. So for Write This, it pays homage to some of the Black exploitation. We had a really good director because when we're acting it, it's a little bit harder, especially because it was a lot of physical comedy involved. So it's just, you know, ties into a lot of what we grew up watching in the 70s.
Okay, well, here we go.
Rita, how's my Emmy Award winning client?
Hey, Jay. You sounded... What's up? Did I
think back yet?
Oh, hell, Jay. What's going on?
Okay. The great scripts coming in few and far between. I was thinking we should write.
I know you'd have lost your damn mind. Hell no. This is a whip up. Give me all your cash and your liquor. Yes. Come here, beloved.
Too much?
All right. Yes. I love that. I hope that we were able to see that part where she gets slapped, you know, in the backside. And she's like, oh, heck no. I love that part. I love that. It's a great comedy.
Yeah. And it's funny because we've been able to capitalize on it because we watch a lot of podcasts. I know I do. And one of the things that film festivals talk about is the lack of comedy. There's so much drama being submitted that people forget. You know, people really want to laugh when they come to a film festival. So and we're working on that right now.
That's true. I love it. Well, Ken, will you be at the DFA Awards or will you not be able to make it?
Nope, I will be there. I got my ticket. So unfortunately, I will be the only one. And hopefully I won't have to bring a box to carry all of those awards. But if I have to, I'm okay with that. So, yeah, I will actually be there. I'm flying in actually because I have another screening Saturday. So I'm flying out. I'm doing a red eye to come home.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I can't wait. And so I'll be excited to meet you and talk to you on the red carpet. Yeah. And I just want to close us out and say, what quote are you living by today, or a word of encouragement that you would like to give to the audience?
Oh, well, first, can I talk about just the 2 things that I'm working on next? You know, we got
yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
So I've got 2 projects right now making their way onto the film festival circuit. One is titled Becoming Sydney, which is Sidney Poitier's origin story that he talked about quite a few times on interviews, where he talked about how he was a dishwasher, didn't know how to read very well. and had a disastrous first audition at the American Negro Theater. But then a elderly Jewish waiter at his restaurant that he was dishwashing helped him to read and become successful at nailing that audition. So that's out. And then also another comedy, V and Pete. It's about a young couple that have instant chemistry, but their fear of commitment starts to get in the way. And so they decide to try to not pursue anything and have other relations outside of that. Unfortunately, their critics, which is Pete, my main character's penis, and V, other character's vagina, are critiquing everything that's going on. So let's just say, and me and Holly are playing those voiceovers. So that one's making its way as well.
That's going to be hilarious.
It
Now,
is.
are they out now? Where can we see them, or when can we find them?
They are actually making their way on the film festival circuit. I love to, this is a shout out to the Favors, Marshall and Lazar. I submit to the Detroit Trinity Film Festival, so it's making its way there. They are they're always respecting my work. I've always supported my work. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll say, okay, yeah, Ken, we'll take these two as well. So I've had success there. So yeah, look out for them. And I'll be making announcements on my Instagram page as well. But yeah, they just got on the circuit. So we're starting to hear some feedback now.
Awesome. Thank you for putting that out there. We can't wait.
So my quote actually really is it's a Bible verse that I have stood by for the last 7 years that I've been here in LA. And my pastor's gonna kill me if I don't say it. I'm only gonna say half the verse because, like she said, you saw a comma up in there. You know there's more. I was like, yeah, all right, Pastor Brown. But it's from Zechariah 4:10, and it says, and it's the New Living Translation version that I love, and it says, "Never despise small beginnings." And for every filmmaker out there, every win, appreciate it. Don't be looking out so much for the big. Appreciate that small that comes along. Because you're going to need that sometimes to feed you along as you're going along this journey. So never despise small beginnings.
I love that. That's so true. And thank you for sharing that, Ken. We appreciate you. Congratulations on all that you're doing. Keep up those good dramas, telling the history and the stories. We need it even more today. So, and the drama, and the comedy, we got to have that too. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And those trailers are up for Becoming Sydney as well as V and Pete on my Instagram as well as YouTube page.
All right. Can't wait to see them.
We submitted next year to the Filmmakers Awards too.
All right. Well, thank you, Ken. And I'll see you at the DFA.
Thank you. I'll see you there.
All righty. Awesome, Heart Nation. We are coming along. Doris says, shout out to Oakland, Cali, and Santa Cruz, all fans of the film of Brother Huey. And Queen Sugar said, you are doing great things. All right, so coming to the stage next, we got so many great guests for you all today. We got Mari G.
Hello, good evening.
Oh,
Could you hear me?
I can hear you. Breaking up a little bit, but okay.
Uh-oh, we don't want that. All right. Is that better? Can you hear me well now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's streaming. We are live streaming. So sometimes these things happen, but we hear you loud and clear. And if we don't hear you, I'm going to say repeat it for the people in the back. Okay.
Okay. You got it. All right.
Welcome to Carla's channel. I am so honored to have you. When I tell you that you play such an amazing role in this film, Melanin, I can see why it's nominated. You did a phenomenal role. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with the DFA.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate coming onto your show and talking about this. And thank you for your compliment in terms of the film and my part that played in it for you to enjoy. So thank you so much for that. As far as getting involved, it's interesting. At that time, I was finishing up my degree in school because I had my plans. I was working to basically finish my degree, get me and my daughter out of Detroit and move into Atlanta, which I wound up doing. But at that time, I was in my final semester too. So I was trying to lock down, just, really focus on making sure I finished what I needed to do. And then I got a call from Roll Dazon. I did a film with him and Giselle Riches at some point not too long ago before I got that call, because I guess there was somebody else who was supposed to play this role, but something happened where they couldn't participate. So then he suggested and say, "Hey, I got a guy, he's good, why don't you take a look at him?" So then they gave me a call, had a conversation with Darren Brown. He brought me out to come take a look at the set and kind of explain the plot and things of that nature. And then I read the script, and I love the script and how the comedic tones in it, as well as the seriousness of what the situation is about. So it being more of a dramedy, and I had to do it. And we had a great connection, great talk, and I guess the rest was history after that. So that's how I got involved, and I've been rocking with Darren for the last several years ever since. That was probably one of the best and one of the funnest film projects that I've been on, because it reminded me how it's just crazy to say this, but you've been doing this long enough. Sometimes it becomes a job, and I forgot how film should be fun. That's kind of part of the point, of being an actor and storytelling and living these different characters and seeing life through their eyes, and and also connecting with the audience in that way. And this is probably the project I had that I can say I had the most fun in a long time.
Wow, that's awesome to hear. And you had left, and but still some kind of way you came back to your roots a little bit for this film. So that's awesome to hear. And we're going to take a look at the trailer. What is, in your own words, what is the thing that you think the message is trying to be for this film?
I think that the main thing was that I think the problem with us just as humans, culturally, classism, racism, whatever, all these different dividing factors. And I think the issue is that it's trying to show that at the end of the day, we're all just people. And if we can stop looking at the differences and start looking at what makes us common, then there's a lot of issues that still wouldn't be present today. Now, of course, it's going to be a little bit more of a spotlight on, the Black community, because it goes to show that there's the thing that we're dealing with now was still going on back then. So not a whole lot has changed for like Black and brown people, particularly in America, because this film is loosely based off of another film that came out back in the 70s, I think, called The Watermelon Man. And it has a similar premise about a man who's, he's white, so he's racist as what, and everything in between. He always got something to say to put down Black people until one day he wakes up Black. And now
wow.
he goes through this whole shift of basically being treated differently simply from the color of his skin, even though he's the same person. Everybody knows who he is, and his whole life changes. He loses his family, the whole nine. So the idea is just that, hopefully just shows that we still got a ways to go in terms of the human spirit and being able to see ourselves as community, regardless of what makes us different. And I think it goes with a quote I heard the other day, which is, it said, "Discuss the differences until the difference makes no difference." You follow? Where it's like, okay, let's have these conversations until it doesn't matter anymore, because we're looking at what is common about each other. And hopefully the differences we learn from it, it helps grow us, expand us. There's different trees, there's different flowers, there's different everything in life. You can see that God is about variety, and that's not a bad thing. And that's something that needs to be embraced. So I think through this particular character struggle, I think that's the goal of people seeing just the human part underneath all the layers and all the facades, all the titles that we wear as people.
I love that. And that's so true. And I'm telling you, Ken, we can talk about, Mari, I'm sorry, Mari, we could talk about that for a long time, for hours on end, because it resonates so true. People, especially if you have mixed families, and you really see that a lot. You can have people in your family who look Black, but their mother may be white. My family is a prime example of that, and my mother-in-law is Filipino. So, but you couldn't tell, it's so many, like you said, God loves variety, and there's so many different facets that you see. And until you've walked in someone's shoes, it may be hard to even understand what that feels like, what it seems like. And so I thank you for bringing up that reference to The Watermelon Man and that story, because it's so true. You don't know what it is like to be me when I go into a store and people are looking at me as if I'm going to steal something, but the people over there are stealing left and right. But you're looking at me. It happens all the time, but it's a discussion that needs to happen. And we don't have time for it today, Mari, but I'm telling you, I want to have you back on because we got to talk about it some more.
All right, then.
But here's a trailer of you playing this awesome role.
Double homicide. Michael, something happened, or we wouldn't be here. Is this Michael Barrett?
He used to be.
I mean, used to.
Peel.
An encounter with a police officer can be a dangerous dance between officer and citizen. We must make our officers see things as they are and not as they're perceived. Racism and bias, it blinds us.
Motherfuckers always apologize the worst thing. Apologize until they except for me and my son.
But this is no time for your white.
So you think telling them I'm not black is going to hurt our case? If it does, then what are you doing this for?
It hinders our ability to give respect and clouds our judgment.
Look, Mike, this ain't no fast pass to Disneyland.
So I'm wondering
if the true prison get out. It's the color of my skin.
My job to convince the judge in that courtroom to hear you. But I need you to help me help you. The only kind of fair chance at this trial. And I didn't do it. Doesn't convince many people. Especially when you're black.
Yes. Awesome. It's so awesome. And I just commend you because I even hear the power and the passion in your voice as we're speaking. So I can tell that this role really, it really did that for you. Like you said, having the fun with it and really coming back to that, why you started acting in the first place. Mm-hmm. So I can hear it in you. It's so awesome.
Thank you.
And one of the things that you wanted us to know about you is that you are a full-time single father. So to the best daughter in the world. That's so awesome. So what is it that you think that you being an actor and getting this award or being nominated, what do you think that does for your little girl?
I think it's a few things. She's seen me overcome a lot for us and also a lot of sacrifice, to be able to do what needs to be done for the greater good, and showing her that, sometimes we make choices and we don't see the end of that choice for all kinds of reasons. It could be just immaturity. It can be, just flat out ignorance, or, sometimes just doing stupid stuff, whatever. And regardless of those things, the check always comes due. And when those consequences come, the goal is to learn from them and also be able to see what's correct, especially if somebody else is depending on you. That regardless of how hard life can get, that we still got a job to do. So she's seen me be able to not only finish school, make sure I take care of her, keep her on the straight and narrow of everything that she needs to do. Also spending quality time, regardless of all those different things that I had going on, even with film, but also learning that, hey, we have to take time, not only to do our own individual thing, but make sure that we make time that when we come back together, then that's what's quality, because it's always going to be things going on in life. So you want to make sure that you're making time for the people you matter, because at the end of the day, you can't take none of this stuff with you. It doesn't matter. But the thing that really sets us, or I think defines the human experience, is the connections that we have with other people. And if you think about film and theater and everything in between, it's about connection with other people, including the connection to ourselves. So I think just showing her, just the ups and downs of life, but watching me still be able to progress that even when she has challenges in life, hopefully I will be that reference point. Like, look, I see my father make it happen. I see him take on the legal system to make sure that he can do his job for me, even though the world stereotypically and everything in between doesn't acknowledge fathers, doesn't acknowledge men having a proper part and an important part in their children's lives, especially if you black. So that kind of plays into the melanin stuff a little bit. All these different stereotypes and differences that, we have to have the courage to battle through. She's going to have her own challenges just as being a woman and also being a black woman and whatever other narratives that maybe the world might try to put on her, and maybe some of the things that she may adopt herself. Learning how to navigate and work through those things to still be your best self according to what you believe you are here to do, and just and sticking to the script that way, if that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. Put it in the chat, you all. Did that make sense what Mari said? I think it made a lot of sense. Let them know. Give them some encouragement that made sense. All right, Mari, I enjoy you so much, and your especially this role. And where can we see it, or is it out right now? What's the next step for you as well?
Well, Melanin right now has been on Tubi, but I think Tubi is going through some kind of reconstruction for a lot of the different videos on their platform. So it will be back out soon, hopefully in the next couple months on Tubi, but it can still be watched for free through the CW app or going on their website. So you can still see it there. And as what's going on next for me, I just got done doing a stage play. So it's kind of funny because I've been out of theater for a long time. So I finally kind of got back into that a little bit and just kind of seeing what else is out here for me in Atlanta market. The goal is to be able to grow my brand as well as get into bigger projects, commercial work, voiceovers, things of that nature. I'm actually getting ready for a premiere in LA for the next film that I have coming out, which is called Finding Nicole. Finding Nicole is a biopic. So it's a true story that took place in Michigan about the title character Nicole's plight against a unfortunate failed relationship between her and her husband, who was also the father of her children, where due to certain issues that he had personally, he was trying to, not only harm her domestically, but also try to, put a hit out on her and their children, which of course is his kids. So that's coming out. We have the premiere in a few weeks, so I'll be going to that, and that should be out streaming at some point, probably in the next couple months. I'm not sure which one just yet. So that's going on, and then I'm also getting into some voiceover work down here with a local radio station, 93.9 Power Hits. So you might hear me on that as I develop a show for that and commercial work and things of that nature. So that's probably like the biggest things I got going on right now.
You are busy, but you know what? It's all good. Your family, I'm sure your daughter, like you said, will come to appreciate that and use it as a reference. We thank you so much for all that you're doing, and we just give you our blessings. May blessings be upon you. And Doris says, it doesn't matter because we all bleed. Keep it out there. Be an example for your child. Single father. It makes a lot of good sense. And Renee Kelly, she said it makes a lot of sense. I just like to read some of these in case you know some of these people. Shanice says, y'all preaching on the podcast today, and she's tuning in from YouTube and Instagram. So thank you again, Mari. We appreciate you, and we wish you well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you at the awards, hopefully.
Yeah. And I did have a quote that I wanted to leave you with, because I know you asked everybody.
Yes.
Can I throw you a little something?
Yes.
All right. So I want to give y'all this.
Mari.
And because as you can see, one of the biggest things about me as a person, everything's centered around fatherhood, because that's, I think fatherhood is the biggest responsibility for anybody. Well, parenting period is the biggest responsibility. But when it comes to fatherhood, I think because of that being lost in our society, that is the main foundation and why you see all this mess that's going on, because that's a broken foundation. So in this case, I stand proudly to be that, to be the restoration in that. So one of the things that I talk to my daughter about all the time is this, because we see in society that sometimes people make a lot of decisions, but they never stop to think, should they? So my quote was, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, because you shouldn't always be willing to act. Sometimes the best act is doing nothing and not making certain choices, because some things it only takes one time, and once you do it, you can't undo it. Sorry doesn't fix it, and there is no do-over. And then the last piece of that is the other thing that I don't think we give ourselves enough, is grace. Give grace to the one in the mirror. You are enough. It's always going to be something. There's always going to be like heaven has no height. That's why it's just a ladder, that stairway to heaven. So you're going to constantly be growing. There's no pinnacle for you to reach. So because of that, you have to continue to give yourself grace daily, no matter what's going on, because you're going to have your ups and downs. But as long as you see yourself doing that, you're fine, because you don't have to be perfect to deserve what's good in life, and nor should you have to.
I love that. Oh my goodness. That
That's
was
it.
awesome, Mari. I mean, I love that. You gave a lot of great nuggets in that, and we thank you for that. And I'm sure our
Thank you.
audience appreciates that too. You all show Mari some love. Follow him on his social media handles. All of our guests, they have their social media handles there for you all to follow. Thank you so much, Mari. We appreciate
Thank you.
you. Yes. And so thank you, Heart Nation. We are almost there. But first, we got somebody else that is awesome that we're going to bring to the stage right now. This is an actress, Vita Michelle. Come on in to the room, Vita Michelle. Hey, Vita. Hey.
Hello. How are you?
How are you? Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on. Vita, you have been in so many
Thank you for
movies.
having me.
Oh, my pleasure. You have been in so many movies. And when we were talking, you were like, I'm not nominated this year for the DFA, but I am in some movies where they have been nominated. And I got to tell you, Vita, you are doing an amazing job. I want you to be encouraged, because all the movies I've seen you in, you have done a phenomenal job. So kudos to you for that. And I'm just going to give a quick rundown a little bit before we play a trailer of you being in there. And we got to have you back on, Vita. Okay. I got to have you back on. But for all of you all out there who are wondering, what was Vita Michelle in? Well, she's in Maid of Honor. And we're going to play that trailer really quick. But she also was in one of the ones that I loved was You Remind Me. That's by Kamal Smith, the lead in that. Right Man, Wrong Woman. That was good. Offer You Can't Refuse. Bad Day. Street Legal season 1. Dance with the Devil. I just saw that one last week. That was a good one. So you've been in quite a few. I didn't even name them all, you all. I didn't even name them all that she has, but go ahead and check her out. And Vita, we're going to play this trailer, but for you, how is it being a castmate for the DFA nominees?
It's dope. And I say that because Maid of Honor was one of the very first films that I had a leading role in. And so it is sentimental to me. And the chemistry with my castmates was amazing, to say the least. It was like a joy, even with the long days and everything. Like, we really, really enjoy being on set together.
Oh, that's good. It looked like it was a party. We're going to see a party in this trailer, but it looked like it was a party for real. And so I'm so glad that you are taking it all in stride and working harder to get better and do more, because you said they may not know my name now, but they will soon. And I love that. So here's a trailer that we have. And this is Maid of Honor.
My fiance got brains.
You're beautiful.
And shit, if we had to live off the boutique the rest of our life, we good.
You got your own boutique. Your body cold. Let that man love, protect, and care for you like a good.
So I had the best maid of honor ever.
You saying you cool having the same girl night after night for the rest of your life?
Are we?
All Yay. And I know sometimes there might be some glitches in there, just trying to stream it through the streaming channel.
Mhm.
Sometimes might glitch up, but we'll definitely post them so everyone can see them and see the amazing job that you did. So, Vita, what do you want to say to your castmates who are out there and to others who are like you striving to get that nomination?
Just do the work. Hard work is it'll come. The acknowledgments will come. Right now I'm learning. Right now I am doing the work. Right now I'm networking. Right now I'm just letting God lead the way. So I'm a firm believer everything happens the way it happens for a reason. And when it's your time because, when God says it's time. So I congratulate my castmates. I am happy for my castmates. The film is one of those films that you will not forget. It has not been released on Tubi, but it is on Amazon Prime. And it is also on it's another platform. It's on the tip of my tongue, but Amazon Prime for sure.
Okay.
So it should be released on Tubi sometime this year. We've been waiting a long time, a very long time, but yeah, it's on Amazon Prime right now.
I love that. And for you, just to close us out, what is a quote that you're living by today?
I'm letting God lead the way and trusting in Him.
I
I
love
have a
that.
story to be told, and it's gonna be told.
Yes, I love that. And again, I can't say it enough. I love your work, Vita, and I want you to just be encouraged. And I can't wait to see all what God has in store for you because in my eyes, you are already there. Yes, you are doing your thing. So I appreciate you. And what do you have coming up next?
So right now I'm starting filming tomorrow for my man is written by DeKey Harvey. And I have another film I'll be filming in May. The Perfect Secret by Crystal. So yeah, she's an author. So she's bringing some of her books to life.
All right, that sounds awesome. Will you be at the DFA Awards?
I will not because I'll be filming.
Oh, okay. You'll be a filmer.
Yep.
So I'll miss you this time. But I gotta have you back on. Okay. You gotta come back
Of
on and we'll have some dedicated time to talk about you and all of your accomplishments. So I appreciate you, Vita. Thank you for
Thank
joining.
you.
All right, Heart Nation. Oh, and I forgot, Doris said, Vita, let God lead the way. That's the key of life. Yes. And so our last person coming on. She is so awesome. She is Miss Shauna Elan. Shauna.
Hi.
Hey,
How are
Shauna.
you?
Thank you for patiently waiting. We appreciate you so much. And that beautiful smile is just lighting up the whole stage right now. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. Thank you. And when I read your bio, it just really resonated with me because you talked about you have Christ-centered music, Christian songwriter, Christian vocalist. I love that you just made note to put that. What makes this such a powerful journey for you and to be featured at the DFA Awards as a vocalist? What have you gained from all of this?
So really there are a lot of different ways that you can choose to try and steward people closer to God and just help them on their own healing journeys, but none greater than having your own personal testimony. And so having a lot of challenging things happen in my life and being able to channel those things through my music and just share the word of God, it has allowed me to just kind of open the door for myself and showcasing my artistry and the gifts that God has given me to just glorify Him and just, give people the understanding that they can have that same feeling too.
I love that. And I love you talk about your personal testimony. Is there a such thing as pressure to not conforming and singing secular music? Does that exist?
There is, and sometimes I can understand you know, how people would say, oh, well, this is secular music. And a lot of the things that we are seeing today, people do have a bit of a challenge with trying to create music that isn't so worldly and promoting things that we don't necessarily want the youth or you know, even ourselves to succumb to. But ultimately we do have to recognize that God has given everybody their gift. It's just when they aren't as close to him, then they may use their gift in ways that aren't glorifying to him.
Wow, that is a mouthful right there, but it's so powerful. And how did you get started in the singing business?
Oh, so I've been singing since I was little. I started singing when I was 4 years old. But after I got shot back in
Mm.
2022, that was when I really decided that things are kind of going to take a turn. And I tried my hand at writing gospel music, and that became a release for me. It was very healing for me to put my testimony into lyrical content and be able to sing my melodies, because I often found myself days where I could not pray, but I would be able to just hum a song. And that was my way of reconnection and giving myself the ability to heal.
Wow. Shauna, I got to have you back on because we got to talk about your testimony some more in depth, because I just felt that right down in my soul when you said that, you know, that you were shot and then this was helping you, a way of healing. So I invite
Yes.
you to come back on. We got to talk about it some more. But we do have your song that you said is resonating with the people very well. Tell us
Yes.
about the
Restart.
song that you
Yes.
have. Yes. Tell us all about it.
So Restart was actually the first record that I wrote after I was shot. And it was my way of just crying out to God, because I felt like that incident was something that he was trying to wake me up to something. And I didn't quite know exactly what was going on, but I knew that there was always the two things that I had, which was God and music. And so I joined the two together and made this record as a way of really restarting my life. And I always say that April 19th, that was the day that I got shot, and I have coined that as my rebirth day. And it's truly been a testimony to my faith and the things that God has brought me from.
I love that. So, Heart Nation, we're going to listen to this. And as soon as we come back, we'll close out with a word from you, Shauna, and just a word of encouragement that you can give to the audience. Here we go.
How could I ever run from you when I know you know everything that I've been through? How could I try to hide my
Got little hiccups there.
sins when before I was created, you knew what lied within me? Your love's the only thing I'm chasing out. Devil on my back, but I'm focused now. Faith over fear, the battle's won within. No longer feeling burdened cause I let God in. I got the chance to reclaim my victory. Now I see what God has in store for me. Proud of where I come from, walking testimony. My faith can move mountains, God has blessed this seed. Keep me in your heart, with your help. In you my soul has now found rest. Keep me close to your heart. Don't wanna risk me falling apart. I've come so far to have to press restart. Took so long for me to get here. My fears, thought I drowned in all of my tears. I remember the days I couldn't face myself cause I didn't feel like me for years. God, then you brought me back to you. Broke the scales from my eyes restored my view. Look at how I'm living, yes, I am renewed. I found a bigger purpose, bring more souls to you. Now I see who you call me to be. I'm grateful and ministry, using it to shift the world's energy. Walking in the gift that you've given me.
All right.
Give me in your arms, 'cause I can't do this by myself. I know I'm not from race. Keep me close to your heart. I don't wanna risk me falling apart. I've been so I have to press start.
I love it, Sean. I love it. That was awesome. Oh, I love that. And now hearing your testimony, just a little bit of it with that. Oh, I can't wait to listen to it over and over again. It's just so powerful.
Thank
Queen
you.
Sugar in the chat said it's powerful. Angela Hamilton
Thank
said beautiful
you.
voice. And Shauna Doris said, keep being an example of spreading the word in song and actions. So,
Thank
Shauna,
you.
we thank you for blessing us with your voice. And if you could just leave us with a quote or encouragement that you would like to give to others.
Yes, so my favorite scripture is Psalms 139:14, and it says, I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and my soul knoweth well. And that is really the catalyst of what has inspired me to create my music, and that inspired my EP, which is titled Heavenly Made. So that's available on all streaming platforms. It has Restart on there, as well as a collection of other songs that just really it presents who I am as an artist, who I am as a wife, as a mom, but most importantly, who I am as a daughter of the King. So I'm very grateful to have been given a gift and to use it to glorify God and just bring people closer to Christ.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Shauna. We appreciate you. We wish you well. And I can't wait to see you, meet you, and hear you at the DFA Awards.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be performing. It's going to be so great. Can't wait.
Yes, I can't either. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Heart Nation. We made it to another end of an exciting journey with the DFA Film Awards and all the awesome nominees. And there's so many more. So be sure to go on their website, get your ticket if you're going. And don't forget to subscribe and follow my channel at Carla's channel, Heart to Heart Inspiration on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify. Good night, Heart Nation. Take care.